Thank you all for joining another episode of the Leadership Standard. I'm excited to have you here, and I'm excited for the guest that we're going to be bringing. We have an amazing guest today, someone who's very knowledgeable about the topic that we are having here. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for being a part of this show today. Our guest is going to be live with me shortly. So just stay with us for a minute while we get more people to join us. We're going to have an amazing time today at the Leadership Standard. For those who are just joining us and you're not yet following the Leadership Standard on Instagram, please go right now and subscribe to @Leadership Standard on Instagram. Thank you, Kene. I see you as well. Kene Chuku Ugochukwu, thank you so much. I really appreciate you joining us. We'll be starting very shortly, so please share this on your story. Share this on your story so people can also join as well. We'll be starting very shortly. Thank you so much, Kene. We have our guest here, Mr. Nnamdi Ihenacho. He's going to be speaking with us today. And without further ado, I'm going to be bringing Mr. Ihenacho over to come and speak to us. So please, as I wait to join him, let's get started. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Kenneth, for being here right now. We're going to be having a wonderful time today while we have Nnamdi Ihenacho join us. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. Why am I sitting on my head?
Let me move a little bit backwards so that I can see you properly.
All right.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I see you. I see you clearly.
All righty. Thank you so much for doing this
sort
today.
out this technical situation. Camera angles have to be right.
Exactly. The camera doesn't always have to be right. It just has to be, as long as we can see you.
All right. Hope you can see me well.
Yes.
All right. Excellent.
So thank you for coming. Thank you for your time today.
No problem, bro. How's it going?
It's going well. I hope you can hear me perfectly, right?
Yes. I hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. Great. Well, I like to make this show very short, very straight to the point. This is the Leadership Standard, and we're very happy to have you on our episode, the next episode. We try to have this every 2 weeks. So thank you for coming.
Sure.
I'd like you to introduce yourself. I'd like you to introduce yourself to the audience.
Introduce myself. My name is Nnamdi Ihenacho, and I'll borrow a leaf from my wife. She would always say, "Don't be afraid to wear yourself as multi-talented." But since it's a leadership program, it's a leadership show, I'll start with my leadership credentials. I am a John Maxwell certified leadership coach and speaker. Also serve as youth pastor at Winners Chapel, Atlanta, Georgia. So some of the leadership roles that I sit in currently. What other things I do? I'm the founder or co-founder of NSTAR Technologies, and co-host Empowering Conversations, and I do a bunch of other things. But that's a little bit about myself. I'm passionate about leadership and just helping people become better leaders. Like discover the leader in them and then find ways to channel that to accomplish success in life. So I think that everybody has it in them to lead. They just need to find it and somebody needs to guide them there. Well, that's a quick overview about me.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. Yeah, as you said, everybody, is destined to lead. They just need to find somebody to bring it out of them.
Yeah.
Who would you say is pivotal or has been very pivotal to your journey as a leader?
There's so many people. So it's like you said, it's been a journey from just young. First of all, like back in the day when the first time I found was that consciously grasping the concept of leadership was, children's church, getting leaders church was those Sunday school teachers, right? Who served, who saw potential in you and then said, hey, you can give me an opportunity to serve and to lead. I remember one year I was the children's pastor, right, for our children's Sunday. It was a big annual event, and I had opportunity to be like the lead pastor for the children's church then, and that kind of gave me that mindset. But I wouldn't have done that by myself. those teachers who saw potential and said, hey, you know what, you can do this, go ahead and do it. And I moved on from there to lead like debate teams and church quiz, for the diocese. And then it's really gone on from there. So there's been various people at different phases. The children's teachers, there's like immediate family, uncles, aunties who, from people started calling me number one as a popular name in school. But it was actually my auntie back in, secondary school. She just felt like, you know what, you carry yourself, you're number one. And so when the name came back around in college, it was like, you know what, this is my destiny. So I kind of accepted it as something. Then it was like number one, maybe because I was the first child. But it made sense then, so there was, family, critical people playing that role in families, like, parents, my mom especially being there to keep, noise in your hair. She will always pray for us and tell us, things like, the affairs of this nation will not be discussed in your absence. Those kind of things, they knock certain things into you that make you believe you're not ordinary, right? You start believing that I'm not a basic person. I'm just a general human being walking around, because normal people are not, the affairs of the nations of the earth are not discussed by normal people. So if somebody's telling me that national affairs will be discussed, I'll be in those conversations, then that means they see something special about me. So we talk about them, we talk about like people like Bishop David Oyedepo, who became my mentor and life coach, being part of the Winners family, but also on a more personal note, going to, my academic journey and all of that. And then coming up and then I started reading, John Maxwell books. And that's kind of what drove me to take it to the next level, to go get certified, John Maxwell. After reading a ton of his books, I have I don't know the number of his books that I have. I've spent so much money on John Maxwell books for at least the last 15 years. I've invested heavily in like John Maxwell materials. I figured I've eaten up so much. I've consumed a lot of my mindset as a leader, right? A lot of the leadership structures I've built in different places I've served as a leader have been drawing directly from John Maxwell's teachings. And so it made sense when I just said, you know what, I'll just go all the way. Since I'm here, I have the opportunity to go sit under him and get certified. I went ahead and did it. So those are just some influences I've had in my journey. This whole leadership, it's every phase it's evolved. There's different people who have played different roles in inspiring me to get to this place in my leadership journey.
That's great. Thank you so much for that very in-depth conversation about how you've transitioned. I saw all that transition from being a young child, to your adulthood, to your teenagehood, to where you are currently in your leadership journey. And everybody's leadership journey is different,